Hello, I'm Vinny again, and today's quest for healthy alternatives is quinoa. Now, quinoa looks kind of like birdseed, and it might even be considered. It's really close to millet, but the thing about quinoa is it's a complete protein and a vegetable protein, so it's great for if you're a vegetarian or if you just want to get some extra clean protein in your diet. Now, 1 cup is going to inflate to about 4 times this size, so you get a whole lot out of it, and it's actually really cheap. It's like $2.50 a pound at most places for some organic good stuff. Now, quinoa is a complete protein, meaning it contains all essential amino acids, so you can feel really good about eating it and great for like after workouts and what. Today we're going to make it into a salad. All right, I like to use my rice cooker right here, and it's really simple. It's 1 part quinoa, 2 parts water. So I put in a cup of quinoa and 2 cups of water. I also like to throw in just a little bit of salt, adds to the flavor. And then of course you got to mix it around a little bit. So of course you want to mix it around, make sure it's all nice and coated so it's not all floating around in clumps and whatnot. Alright, put it on cook. And it should take about 15 minutes. We'll come back and it'll be all nice and... Okay, so we're back. And with the quinoa, as you can take a look inside, it's all nice and fluffy. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to turn this off and leave the top off. And I'm going to let it cool down and kind of air out. And I will show you what we plan to do with this. Okay, so welcome back. Now the quinoa I let sit out for a few minutes, let it cool down to a good temperature, and then I actually put it in the fridge, because it's going to be like a cold salad. So now we got our quinoa, and as you can see, it's pretty fluffy. Tiny little balls. Alright, so now we have some avocado that I went ahead and diced up. I'm going to put that in there. Same with some onions. I went a little light on the onions because not everybody likes a lot of onions. I normally do, but I'm not going to be the only one eating this one. Alright, also diced up or cut in half some cherry tomatoes, and those cherry tomatoes are heirloom, so that's why they're all kind of full of color. Some of them are a little bigger, so I cut them into quarters and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and put those in there. And over here I have some cilantro, nice fresh cilantro. I'm going to cut that up a little bit so you can see that. Alright, now some of the different options you can kind of go with from here. You can mix this up however you want. You can throw in some basil, maybe do some mint. You can do some balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, whatever you particularly like. I like a little bit of olive oil in there myself. So, do a little bit of drizzling of some olive oil. And really this is the only fat that's going to be in there. This is really a pretty lean meal, or salad rather. I also like to throw in just a little bit of sea salt. It's pretty coarse grain. And then I cut up a small lime. And I like just to squish all those pieces in here. Then we're just going to kind of toss it around. Now, however you like, you can also dice up maybe some feta cheese or tiny little bits of cheddar cheese, or just whatever you like to put in there. You can even do some grated stuff and put it in there and toss it around real nice. And there you go. There's your quinoa salad. Oh, spilled a little bit of it. Your quinoa salad, and let's see how just take a little taste of it. That's fantastic. From here you add a little bit, you'd use a little bit of red wine vinegar. I usually prefer a balsamic vinegar, but I ran out. So life is about being flexible, and so is the kitchen. There you go. And there's your quinoa salad. Now the thing about quinoa salad, very clean protein, like I said, lots of it, and everything about this meal is just completely nutritious for you, so have at it. Thank you for watching. This has been Cooking with Vinny.